today we're going to learn about dogs.
So we're just going to share a little bit of the research that Alexis has been doing about dogs. So here's our books we've gotten from the library. 1, 2, 3. We got 4 different books from the library. And then this was one that I just had that has all sorts of different animals in it, or different breeds of dogs. It's pretty cool. So a couple ways that you can take notes with these books is you could just use a piece of paper, but show them what you have. How have you been keeping track of your notes?
I've been keeping track of my notes on a little card.
So she's actually been using these. These are actually bigger than 3x5 cards. You can use 3x5 cards. These are actually 5x7 cards, right? So tell us, what does it say on there? And what I'll do is I'll come over so we can actually see it with you.
What dogs look like? They have 4 legs, rough pads called toes. Rough pads and clawed toes, dog fur, which is called their coat, great sense of smell, for their friends and helpers, great sense of hearing. They speak body language.
Very good. So what I wanted to share with everyone was that, do you notice how she didn't really write sentences here? A lot of times if you write sentences as you're researching and looking at your books, you'll actually end up copying the words, and that's called plagiarism. And
Which is bad.
Right, you don't want to copy it. So I just want to show you, so here it says, a dog walks, runs, and jumps on 4 sturdy legs. Its paws have tough pads and clawed toes. So what Alexis gathered from that in her notes, she just gathered that they have 4 legs, rough pads, clawed toes. So she just wrote down a few simple facts. She didn't copy word for word what they said, because again, that's plagiarism. So we used a couple different books to gather this information. A lot of times your introduction in your research report will actually be a lot of what is in the beginning of a book. So if you kind of look at the beginning of the book, that'll help share with you some of the different facts. Like here, this is where she was able to get that their dogs are friends and helpers. So she didn't write that sentence, today dogs are friends and helpers. She only wrote friends and helpers. So that way, those are just clue words so that she can put all of this into her own words later.
And fun fact, that actually dogs used to be, and they still are, some people actually have foxes as pets.
They do, yeah, and they are in the canine family. So we learned about that they're in the canine family. Now, one thing we noticed, could we gather, even though we have actually 5 different books here, could we gather all of our information from these books?
Probably not.
No, so what did we have to do? What was our second way of getting? Ask Siri, or you can Google it or look on the internet, or use an encyclopedia even too. Those are great. So yeah, we ended up asking Siri a couple questions. So here's an example. Let's see, of something. Oh, here we go. Read this one to us. This is one that you had to look up. We actually, for whatever reason, could not find it in the books.
Oh yeah, so groups of dogs are called a pack or a kennel.
So that was something that actually was not in any of these books. We couldn't find that answer of what a group of dogs is called. So we did. We looked online. Why don't you show them another interesting fact? We were looking, since Alexis's is a little bit different. Hers is, she's doing dogs. So it's not one specific animal that lives in one specific. She's doing.
They kind of live everywhere.
Right, they kind of live everywhere. But we found out something cool online. Tell us what you learned.
Dogs that live in the world. They live everywhere, but they don't live in Antarctica.
Right. And why? Do you remember why? Why don't they live in Antarctica?
Because they thought that the dogs would give diseases to the seals.
They did. And so we thought that was kind of an interesting fact. There used to be, the scientists would have pet dogs there, and they would have huskies for pulling sleds and things like that. But it was in 1994. They had said, nope, no more dogs, right? And then one thing that's really fun to do in research reports is to tell something that you feel is really cool or special about dogs. Can you share that with everybody?
Well, this isn't the special dogs, but what dogs eat, and I wanted to show it that. So actually, dogs eat meat, plants, and fruit.
Oh, I know that was kind of cool that we heard. There's a long list of things
So,
they could
like,
eat.
I think one of the ones I can remember is they eat mammals, birds, eggs, and fruit. That's the only things I can remember of this
Right.
long list.
So right, there was a really long list, and we're actually doing a shorter report, so she just summarized that. So what kind of creature are they? Are they carnivorous like some people think?
Nope. They're actually an omnivore.
They
like
are.
us.
They are. They're omnivores, so they eat all sorts of. Whereas cats are actually carnivores, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very nice. So I'll just take a little video here to show you all her different cards. We looked at all the books first to find her facts, and then when we didn't find her facts in the books, we went to Siri. And here is Alexis's inspiration. This is our little
She's
pug
wearing a
wawa.
pumpkin shirt. It's my old baby shirt.
Mm-hmm. That's our little pug wawa Polly. Was Alexis's inspiration for her research report. So now we're still working on gathering some facts, and next week we're going to put them into sentences, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
To do our official research report. So if anybody has questions or would like some more one-on-one help with your research report, then feel free to message us or ask. We love to help everybody out.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.